Vuyokazi Gana is a staunch Christian. She is a teacher by day and by night, she allegedly runs a brothel that targets young girls as young as 15 years and traffics them to older men. But how is this even possible? On Wednesday, Vuyokazi was arrested in full view of her learners and her colleagues at her school. This is her story. Welcome back to True Crime with me, Julia. On this channel, we cover true crime stories that have happened in South Africa and have shocked the nation. Today's story is exactly that. It's a breaking news story, very well covered in the media and heartbreakingly shocking. Please note that the story is based on allegation and nothing has been proven yet. As I said, it's a breaking news story and a lot of information is preliminary. So do your own research and let's talk about this in the comments. Let us get into it.
Chick. Yes, when I go. Yeah, well, in the foot.
In every classroom, you expect to find safety, learning, and trust. But what happens when the very person entrusted to protect young minds becomes their predator? Vuyokazi Gana stands accused of being at the center of a human trafficking and prostitution ring that preyed on young women and teenage girls from some of the poorest communities in the Eastern Cape. In this episode, we are diving into the investigation that exposed her double life, the victim's harrowing ordeal, and the community outrage that followed. By all accounts, Vuyokazi lived an ordinary life, a respected teacher at a school in Orange Grove in the East London. To her colleagues, she was a professional and very disciplined. To her students, she was strict but fair. But behind closed doors, another world existed, one where young women were being sold, rented, and exploited, allegedly. So according to the Hawks, their serious organized crime investigation states that the operation began as early as September 2023. Rumors started circulating in the former Transkei region about a woman from East London who was offering jobs and accommodation to young girls seeking opportunities.
Because these victims, their ages are ranging from 15 up to 21, and they are coming from different parts of the province. More particularly, they target the former Transkei because most of them, of the victims, they are poor. The teacher now, she has got a house in East London, and then that house is only used for prostitution.
The girls came from Qumbu, Mthatha, and Ngqeleni. These are towns known for their poverty, unemployment, and limited opportunities. They were told that they'd find work in East London, maybe as housekeepers, shop assistants, or receptionists. Instead, when they arrived at Vuyokazi's home in East London, they were handed short dresses, high heels, and instructions. The charge sheet reveals that upon arrival, older girls living in the house already would tell the newcomers what to wear, where to stand at night, and how to attract clients. Vuyokazi provided the clothing, but on credit, and each girl was told she'd need to pay rent for her room, between 250 and 300 rand a night. If the girl in question didn't make enough, she'd be evicted without mercy. Vuyokazi's East London home became a revolving door of exploitation. Each night, cars pulled up and men came in and went. The girls, many teenagers, were forced into prostitution, and the accused allegedly collected their earnings directly, sometimes in cash, sometimes via bank transfers. And according to investigators, Vuyokazi was making profit of every act of abuse that happened under her roof. A respected educator by day and an alleged criminal profiteer by night. In October 2025, after a long year investigation, the Hawks in East London from their serious organized crime unit moved in. A warrant of arrest was issued. On 15 October, during the day, Vuyokazi was arrested at her workplace, a school in East London, shocking colleagues and learners alike.
We have arrested a teacher. It's a female. She is now in incarceration. We are going to process her for human trafficking, sexual or exploitation, keeping a brothel, because these victims, their ages are ranging from 15 up to 21, and they are coming from different parts of the province.
She was charged with human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and operating a brothel. When she appeared in court on 16 October, she hid her face beneath a hat and a mask, refusing to let the media take her photo. But the magistrate ruled that this case was in the public interest and that the story should be told, and that's why we are telling it. The East London Magistrate Court was packed. Among those attending were fellow teachers, family members, and the ANC Women's League, who made their stance very clear: no bail for Vuyokazi. Provincial Chairperson Zininzi Mthatha expressed the anger felt by many, calling the allegations an embarrassment and betrayal of womanhood. So she said it was disturbing that someone trusted to teach and nurture young girls could exploit them in such a way. The prosecution confirmed the seriousness of the case, a Schedule 6 offense, meaning the state will oppose bail. They say the love for money is the root of all evil, and perhaps this case is a painful reminder of just that. A teacher, someone meant to guide and protect, allegedly chose greed over humanity, leaving behind broken lives and shattered trust. The young victims, aged from just 15 years old and 23, must now rebuild their lives, while the courts decide the fate of the woman who betrayed them. If these allegations are proven to be true, the story of Vuyokazi Gana will serve as a chilling example of how power, poverty, and manipulation can intersect to destroy innocence. As always, I will keep following this story, and I will keep updating you. Thank you so much for watching. Let's talk in the comments. What are your thoughts? Am I the only one who is shocked or maybe disturbed? Because why would you do that? You're not just a Christian, a staunch Christian that shows off on social media your Christian values. You are not just a trusted mother. You are an elderly woman, 52-year-old woman. Young girls trust you. Worse, you are a teacher. She is a teacher. I'm out of words. Let us talk in the comments. What are your thoughts on this story? Stay safe. I will see you on the next one.